What's good, everybody? It's your boy First Degree Sports back at y'all with another video, and we gotta talk about the battle of the best tonight, man. We got the Las Vegas Aces going up against the Minnesota Lynx, and the Lynx doing their thing this season, tied for the number one seed basically with the Liberty. I think they're number two. I think Liberty holds a better. No, I think Liberty now might have. No, they only got one loss. They only got one loss to the Fever. But yeah, man, basically tied, jockeying for that number one spot. Aces are having a struggle season. A'ja Wilson been out a few games, but she is set as a game time decision tonight. But I'm assuming she's gonna return. She's only in concussion protocol. As long as she looks fine, she's not woozy or anything coming into the game. She's had 2 weeks out to rest. She'll be good. She'll be ready to go. She'll be ready to play. And I highly doubt she is missing this matchup against the Lynx and Napheesa Collier. Now, it's been a lot of talk in these streets, man. A lot of talk in these WNBA streets about who is the best player in the league. For a long time, the consensus has been that it's been A'ja Wilson, two-time MVP, right? Finals MVP. Wait, no, not bad. 3 times MVP. Let me correct myself. 3 times MVP, only player to score 1,000 points. Two-time WNBA champion, finals MVP. A'ja Wilson's done it all. But last year, Napheesa Collier put together a tremendous season. A lot of people, had her MVP in the first half until A'ja Wilson took off, right? Me included. I thought Napheesa Collier was going to end up with it until A'ja did what A'ja does A'ja things. But Napheesa Collier did win, Defensive Player of the Year. Little bit controversial, but there are a lot of good contenders for the award. Napheesa Collier got it. No complaints from me on that end, right? But this season, man, the streets are saying Napheesa Collier is MVP, and they're also saying Napheesa is the best player in the league. Now, I have my opinions. I'll let you know what my thought is at the end of the video. But let's look at the statistics so far this season. Napheesa Collier, man, with a record of 10-1 for her squad, averaging 26 points per game, almost 9 rebounds at 8.8, almost 4 assists at 3.9, 2 steals, 1.5 blocks. A'ja Wilson, on the other hand, averaging a good 20 points per game, putting together about 9.5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 2.6 blocks per game. Doing it all for her team, leading every stat in her team. Napheesa Collier leading the league in points, putting together an impressive season. Both of them, they got impressive stat lines. They got really impressive stat lines. So, it's one thing to look at. Do you look at the record and the points? Do you look at someone who's doing it all for their team at the highest level on anybody else in their team and keeping their team afloat? Seeing that their team's record was without them when they were down? We always have these arguments and these debates and when it comes to basketball about how do you diverge the MVP. But, man, this is really mirroring the KD-LeBron rivalry of, the 2010s, man. LeBron, kind of when he took over, and a lot of people had him over Kobe, which, that's a whole argument in itself. But when LeBron was doing his thing, winning MVPs, winning championships, we were looking, and we were saying, LeBron's pretty much the best player in the league, but Kevin Durant might be better, right? And then KD won his MVP, won those scoring titles. They both played at the same position. They were both, having head-to-head matchups, going either way at times. We were really wondering, Kevin Durant might be better. And then next thing you know, KD joins the Warriors. He beats LeBron in 2 back-to-back finals. A lot of people, say, hey, man, KD beat him in the finals. That gives him the edge. Some people said LeBron had a worse team. That's the only reason why he lost. But regardless, this is pretty much that moment. A'ja Wilson, for the past 5 years, I would say, has been the consensus number one player. But now Napheesa Collier, these past season, coming into this season, is looking like she can jockey and take that spot, man. A'ja Wilson, sitting there saying, watch the throne, look at the accolades, look at what I'm still doing. And Napheesa Collier is doing her thing, silent, deadly assassin, not saying much. Very reminiscent of KD LeBron. Very reminiscent. But, hey, let's take a look, shall we? Let's look at history, right? Now, I don't know how extremely accurate these stats are besides the win stat, head-to-head record. I had to ask ChatGPT because StatMuse or nobody, I couldn't find them on there. But let's look at, how they fare off against one another. Asia Wilson, 9-6 over Fee head to head. Her team has won 9 games. Fee's team has won 6. So there's a decent gap there. Averaging 21.1 points per game in the matchup, 9.2 rebounds, 2.2 assists, 1.2 steals, 1.9 blocks, basically 2 blocks a game, and doing it all while shooting about 50% from the field at 49.7. Fee, on the other hand, 6 wins to Asia's 9 wins, so 3 wins less. 17.4 points per game, respectable. That's still a pretty high output, especially in the W when you have only 10-minute quarters. 7.9 rebounds per game, trailing a little bit. 2.9 assists, has a slight edge on the assist. 1.7 steals, slight edge on the steals. 1.2 blocks, 48.3% from the field. Not too shabby, not far behind Asia. So, I mean, the matchups, besides the gap in points, really, that 4-point gap, the matchups have been very competitive, man. Very competitive. The records show it. The stats show it. Tonight's going to be a real statement game. Now, Fee clearly has the better team right now, coming off a contending championship year. They've never faced each other in the playoffs, by the way, so this is all regular season stats, just for reference. Who do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you comment, subscribe, all that. Make sure you share it to your people. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of the month, so share the video around. Share it to your friends that like sports. Share it all over the place. Try to help your boy out, if you've been riding with me, or if you're new to the channel, you just like what you're hearing. But yeah, man, try to get your boy out there. But let me know who you think in the comments below are going to win this matchup tonight, man. As far as the game goes, I'm going to make a bold prediction, man. I'm going to say the Aces win, actually. I think the Aces get a marquee win, build some momentum, build some confidence. I think Asia Wilson goes off, bro. I think Asia Wilson goes off for like 27 points, 12 boards, 2 blocks, 3 assists, a steal. But I think Fee has an amazing game as well. I think Fee has like 24 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and a block. And I think they both shoot about 47% from the field. That's my prediction. But I think the Aces win it in a close one. I think the Aces win by about 4 points. I don't think it's even by more than 2 possessions. I think it's going to come down to the wire. That's my prediction, man. That's what I got for y'all. Like I said, let me know what you think in the comments below. Subscribe, do all that good stuff. Help your boy out. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss any more videos. And let's get ready for tonight, man. It's a real rivalry night tonight. If you haven't checked out my other video, man, Angel Reese, Kiki, Area Finn, that's another one y'all got to check out. I broke it down there, too. Let me know what you think, man. Let me know what you think of the matchup tonight. It's going to be lit. The game's going to come on at about 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Sadly, they both come on at the same time. So get your laptop, get your phone, get your TV, put them both out there. It's going to be lit. That's all I got for y'all tonight. Peace.